Daily Broadside, day 363. Fake tits aren't fake. That's a grave misnomer. If you can touch them, they're real. They're not fake. What is up with the people that run beef cattle? They've all got the license plate on the front of their trucks that says beef. And I mean, is it because they're just proud to be beef cattle farmers? Or are they trying to remind you that, hey, beef is an option, as if you didn't know? Because you never see, like, dairy farmers with, like, milk license plates, or just regular farmers with, like, squash or okra. I think an okra license plate, as vile a weed as that indigestible food item, and I use soft quotes with that, is, it would look kind of cool to see an okra truck running down the road. But you beef cattle people, man, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. I have spent my life, my adult life, trying my best to not owe anybody anything. Other than my house, I owe no one in this world anything, other than just, recurring bills. But I'm not in debt to anybody. And I like it that way. I've planned it that way. I've made it sure that there is nothing that is, I'm beholden to anybody, Credit card, I haven't carried a credit card balance in almost 2 decades, since my mid-20s probably. And I just pay it off every month. I refuse to pay their exorbitant fees. They're not getting my money like that. I just use them for the benefits I get from my credit card. All the free cash or the Sky Miles or whatever it is. But I've always maintained above 800 credit score. I'm very proud of that fact. And all this to say, I wonder what would happen if you got to like your 80s and you decided, man, my health is declining. I don't have long, because of my good credit, I'm going to apply for these 17 credit cards and get a $40,000, $50,000, credit limit. I'm just going on vacations. I'm buying new trucks. I'm buying guns. I'm buying all kinds of cool stuff. And I'm just living it up for the remainder of my life. It's steak and potato every night, right? At the finest restaurants. And then at the end of your life, you've accrued hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt, and you've just decided to just pay the minimum balance for the remainder of your life. Because whether you live for a year or 6 years, you just, I pay $22 a month, and it'll take me 47 years to pay this off. Okay, what does it matter? I'll be dead. If you don't have anybody to turn that over in probate court, the estate to, you don't have any kids, you don't have any family that incurs that debt, which I don't agree with if that's how it happens. It's not my fault that granddad went out and, whoring it up in Vegas in the last couple of years of his life. That's not on me. I'm not paying for that crap, although kudos to him for having his jollies in the end days. But, what happens to that? I guess the credit card just eats it. I mean, yeah, if you got an estate and you got a $400,000 house, they're going to take that, I assume, or, levy some kind of whatever against it to get their money back. But let's say that you just decided to liquidate all your assets and live in an apartment for the last year while you globe-trotted around the universe, spending money like it was just printed at the Federal Reserve. So that would be an interesting way of sorts. You ever drink a glass of an iced beverage? I'm sure you do. It's a popular hobby among Americans. If you got a glass, it's full of ice, and you're sitting there drinking. You've gotten to the bottom. There's like 1 or 2 sips left, and the ice has melded into one iceberg, let's say, in your cup, and you tilt it up, and the surface tension or whatever it is that holds that iceberg to the bottom of your cup is just hanging on. It's just kind of and you're looking at it. You're peering up there and you're like, you've been hit in the face too many times. But not this time. You give it one more shot, because every time it's like a new gamble. And you go up there and then you get to a certain angle and bam, a whole iceberg comes down, hits you in the face, splits up, goes down your shirt. You look like a bigger fool than you already are. Why do we do stuff like that when we know the inherent outcome that awaits us? Good Saturday, bitches.